Hi folks, today I want to share 3 rumors. The first leaked images of the Hasselblad X2DII that will have one cool new feature, and then also the full specs of the new Sigma 17 40mm 1.8 aps-c zoom lens coming for the E, Fuji X, Sony E, Fuji X, Canon RF and the Leica L mount of course, and this is going to be an exceptional lens, and then also share some solid info about the new Canon R6 Mark III. So this is also an interesting camera because it will compete in that range of cameras where you sell most of the full frame cameras like the Sony a7 IV and the Nikon Z5 III. So this is a very important camera for Canon. But before we talk about all of that, a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss any of the upcoming rumor. So let's kick off with the Hasselblad X2DII. Hasselblad did register the X2DII camera at the FCC, and there you can see the first images of this new medium format camera that was planned to announce before the unveiling from the FCC, but somehow the launch got delayed, maybe because of the tariffs or whatever. But now we can see the full specs and images of the camera. You can see it here. And let's kick off with the specs that are the same of that of the X2D. 100 megapixel sensor, 16-bit color, 15 stops dynamic range, the built-in 1TB SSD, the CF Express card Type B memory slot, and face detection. So no big changes when it comes to the sensor, but this camera also brings some innovation. Particularly one is very promising. It is the addition of the LiDar autofocus system. This should dramatically improve the performance of the autofocus system on this medium format camera, maybe even beating the Fuji GFX camera performance. That would be amazing because as of now, those medium format cameras really lag behind the full frame standard. So I'm really curious to see what Hasselblad was able to do. LiDAR autofocus system is a DJI technology, and of course DJI does own Hasselblad, so that's why you see it implemented on this camera. And I think this will be the main cool feature to investigate once the camera gets released. But the camera has also other improvements. The IBIS is now 8 stops instead of 7 stops, and also it has a 5D joystick and an additional customizable button on the back of the camera. This will make the camera way more usable, having a joystick to select your focus point and also navigating through the menu if you don't want to use the touchscreen. That's really something that is mandatory, I think, on every new camera. So finally the X2D will have it, the X2D2, sorry. And yes, so LiDAR is something that I'm really excited about. I want to see the implementation because maybe this is something that we will see also on other future camera if it works well. For example, Panasonic is working also with DJI on LiDAR technology, so maybe some future Panasonic Lumix camera will also have this tech. So this is regarding the X2DII. We still have no info when it will be announced, but yeah, I think it's a matter of a short time, but let's see. I will keep you up to date as soon as I have more info. By the way, if you have some more info about any camera lens coming from any manufacturer, you can always contact me here using the email address, contact form, and also post a video on those QR codes from Signal and Telegram to chat directly with me. Moving on. I told you in one of my previous videos that Sigma will have an announcement on June 17. This is an exclusive rumor I shared on this channel as first, and I have additional specs on one of the exciting lenses. On June 17 we'll get the 12mm 1.4 aps-c lens and also the 17-40mm 1.8 constant aperture zoom lens for aps-c, again for Sony E, Leica L, Fuji X and also Canon RF. It's crazy cool because it's basically, in terms of full frame, a 26 to 60mm 2.8 equivalent. It means you get the kind of light gathering capability and bokeh of full frame of our standard 2.8 full frame lens on aps-c, something we haven't seen so far. Sigma made an epic 1835 1.8 aps-c lens for DSLR cameras a long time ago, over a decade ago. It was a very popular lens, and now we are getting basically a mirrorless version. And I have the specs, and the good news is that this lens is more compact and way lighter than the 1835, even if it has a larger usable focal range. So this is great, but let's walk you through the specs. It uses an spherical element made of SLD. It's manufactured with advanced polishing technology to minimize chromatic aberration, flare and distortion. It has an aperture ring with a click, sealed against dust and splashes, excellent sharpness from corner to corner already at 1.8, HLA linear actuator, for fast, silent and accurate autofocusing, excellent control over focus breathing, internal zoom. The size is 115.9mm in length and the diameter is 72.9mm. The filter size is 67mm, weight is 535 grams. Shipment start is July. So basically this lens is 5mm shorter, 5mm narrower and 275 grams lighter than the Sigma 18-35mm 1.8 lens. So impressive job from Sigma. This is a lens that will sell like hotcake for sure. And so those are the two lenses coming on June 17. I still don't have a confirmation if also one of the rumored 4 full-frame lenses that are coming in the next month from Sigma will be teased or announced on June 17. This means the 200mm 2.0 for Sony E and Leica L, then also the 35 1.22. This is a lens that Sigma CEO already teased, so nothing new here, and also a new fast telephoto prime lens we have never seen before, I've been told from one of the sources, and also a very usable travel zoom lens from Sigma, also with the range that we have never seen before. So hopefully in the next days I can give you more info. But now let's move on to the Canon camera that is coming by end of this year, the Canon R6 Mark III. Very important release also because it competes directly against the future Sony a7 IV that will be released probably about the same time as the Canon R6 Mark III. So one of the YouTuber I follow, and he's a German photographer, his name is Jan Wegener. He is very reliable when it comes to Canon rumors. He always shared correct info, and he got the info that the Canon R6 Mark III will be released by Q4 of this year. This means between October, November, December. Don't know if it means that the announcement will happen before that and then shipment will start in October, November, December. That I didn't get from the video, but by end of the year you should be able to have this camera in your hand. So still a couple of months to wait before this camera gets announced and then shipped on the market. The one additional info he shared is that the resolution of the camera will increase. So this is no more going to be a 24 megapixel camera, but the resolution will definitely increase. I guess around 30 something megapixels, just like the current Sony a7 IV. There is no info if Canon will use a partially stacked sensor, fully stacked sensor, whatever. There's no info about anything else. Let's see. I will keep you up to date as soon as I have more info also about this camera. But this was a short wrap up about the rumors I got in the past 24 hours. And also I should get some info finally about Sony, because Sony could have an announcement by end of June. Between end of June and mid of July. So there could be something coming. As you know, they registered 2 cameras recently, so maybe we'll get 1 camera, more likely a lens, so that is also going to be an important event. Some of you asked me about Tamron. I have no info about Tamron. Tamron promised a release of 5 lenses this year. I have no indication about an announcement from Tamron coming in June. Hopefully some of you that knows more will contact me using the email address and contact form, and maybe I will learn more about this, or maybe I will be surprised and maybe next week Tamron will have an announcement of a nice lens. Let's see. Folks, that's it for today. See you soon.